I know y'all thought they would just bring me up here because of how good looking I am, but I actually do other stuff besides that. I was talking about Jason Aldean earlier. He's one of my best friends, but I had a song that me and my brother Brantley Gilbert wrote quite a few years ago that turned into be the biggest song of his career. This is called Dirt Road Anthem.
Call forward, everybody! Let's hear it. It's amazing, the Bowtech family and the amount of people in country music and all over the world that do different jobs and how they all love what we love. Pretty exciting. We've got 6 brand new bows that we're going to launch today, and it is so cool to see everybody standing at the Bowtech booth. And very first up, we're gonna talk about some crossbows. We've got Dan Wallace. Come up, buddy.
Thank you, Jim. I'm Dan Wallace with Excalibur's Crossbow. Excalibur's booth is right behind you guys. We've got 2 new bows that we're highlighting at the show here. The Cub, it's made for those youth hunters, but also for the female hunters. Still shooting 285 feet per second. And then also we have the Grizzly. Grizzly's just a little bit bigger. The Grizzly's just a little bit bigger. It's shooting 305 feet per second. Great price point, folks, for your dealers and everything. Like I said, Excalibur booth's right behind you. So now let's get to looking at more of the Bowtech stuff. Oh, you got the striker now.
I don't think it's any secret that the Bowtech family is actually growing, and 2 major companies with Excalibur and the engineers at Bowtech work together to merge one of the greatest bows that's ever been built. And so they basically took the striker front end with all the technology that Bowtech has done, producing a lot of energy inside the cams and a bulletproof bow, and they took the riser design from Excalibur with their triggering system, with the entire rail, merged it together for a crossbow that really can't be rivaled in the marketplace. And so this is really exciting this year. It's going to be a great bow. You got to get over on the lane, you got to shoot these things. It's pretty cool. But we're really excited that this whole family is actually growing, and what it's doing is it's just bringing more and more and more people to bear and to use this, you know, transition weapon like the crossbow. So excited. You know, last night I was flying here, had a couple legs, and I thought about, you know, the entire team at Bowtech. And as I was sitting there on the plane, I was thinking, imagine 1 year ago, Monday morning after the ATA trade show. The engineer kisses his wife, he jumps inside the car, he starts it up, and he thinks to himself, how in 1 year am I going to produce 6 bows, a brand new power disc technology, go all the way through engineering, manufacturing, all of the testing in order to show up today. And there's a lot of great technology here at ATA show, and there's a lot of different bows that shoot great arrows and some really good products. But Bowtech is dominated with 5 major technologies in the marketplace on this bow to shoot the straightest arrow out of any bow made. It really does dominate itself. And so not only did he have to really think about what else was in the marketplace, but he really had to figure out how to beat himself. How do you make a bow more efficient, straighter, shoot a straighter arrow? And the new power disc technology this year has really dominated. So we launched 2 bows early, and now we're looking at 3 more that are going to be that I'm going to be introducing right now. So the #1 bow, all-time sales, is basically the edge bows. And my kids grew up through them. I put lots and lots of kids through them. They've been really efficient. It's super lightweight. It's super adjustable. And so from the smallest little guy that's 6 years old can shoot one of the Infinite Edge Pros, like this one goes from 13 to 31 inches. So we have a little guy all the way to a draw length that I personally can shoot in this bow. So it's back again, and we've increased the shootability. It shoots a lot harder. It's got a harder wall. The string tensions have been increased. And so it's a really nice all-around package and rack equipped. So this is a great starter bow. And again, I imagine in 2015 it's going to be one of those bows that just outsells everything else. So this is not just a kid's bow. A lot of adults are shooting it out to 31 inches. All right, in my hand is a provider. This really dominates on price point. It's completely rack equipped. It also goes from 20 to 70 pounds, and it's a single cam technology, and again, extremely smooth draw, a lot of improvements. The knock travel has been improved with the cam, and overall for 500 bucks, I don't think there's anything else in the marketplace that really even compares to it. And so that's the new provider. If any of you have not shot the new Power Disc technology, over in the shooting lanes, we've got the bow set up in all 3 different flavors for you so that you can actually feel the draw. It's basically having like 3 different draw force curves in one bow. And so, you know, with your customers, with people out there, you actually have a really smooth draw, and then you can move it so you know, you might be in a tree stand or a ground blind in an uncomfortable position. You can actually draw it, and then we have the performance module. Now here, with the brand new carbon bow, the backbone of the bow is really the carbon riser, and more testing has been done in our engineering department with this riser than any one that we've ever built to date. And so it's extremely lightweight, extremely strong, and it really took the place of the carbon knife. The cool part about it is it has that power shift technology built into it with what we call a flip disc that you can find a little bit more about online. You can talk to the dealers. You can also talk to guys over on the shooting lane that you actually flip it around. And it has 2 set modules on it. So we have a comfort setting, and we also have a performance setting right into the cam so that you can go through that thing. But that comes completely rack equipped, extremely adjustable, and carbon riser, and it comes in at like 3.3 pounds. So it's extremely, extremely lightweight. Guys, I want to thank you so much for being here this morning. I want to make sure that everybody within the sound of my voice gets to shoot one of these bows over on the lanes today. But before we do that, I want to introduce you to a very, very special lady, an ambassador that is bringing a lot of ladies and women and kids and a lot of guys to the industry. Her Facebook page is through the roof. Somebody who really believes in our Second Amendment rights and is just an amazing champion for our sport. Mrs. Eva Shockey.
I worked with Bowtech for the last year in depth. We're looking for a bow that is perfect for the serious female hunter, a hunter that wants something that's high-end and it's lightweight, smooth draw, and preferably has some colors that are a little bit different for girls. So we came up with this, which is the Eva Shockey Signature Series bow. First time that they've ever had something like this before. So we developed this. It's great because it's as high-end as it gets. It has all the gizmos and gadgets that any high-end bow has, power shift technology, about everything else you can ever want, and this is going to be by far the best serious female hunter bow on the market in 2015. So thank you to Bowtech for answering my prayers. It's the greatest thing ever. Now, in addition to answering my prayers, Bowtech wanted to go above and beyond. They wanted to give back, so we came up with a charity together, which is Freedom Hunters. I'm going to call up Doug Lyons from Freedom Hunters, which is a nonprofit group that raises money, brings veterans on hunts, veterans and their families on hunts and fishing trips. So we're going to donate, or Bowtech's going to donate $5 from the first 1,000 bows sold, and they're just assuming that we're going to sell 1,000 bows this week, so everyone get your bows. And they're donating $5,000 to Freedom Hunters on behalf of the Eva Shockey Signature Series bow.